Hi, welcome to the course on medical sales representative interview preparation.
What is ASM and its job role? Area Sales Manager. An area sales manager typically manages sales force within his defined regional territory. He/she is responsible for overseeing sales operations, meeting targets and managing the sales team in the region. The job role and responsibilities. Primary job responsibilities of an area sales manager would include managing, training and motivating existing sales team to drive revenue growth. Develop and manage efficient distribution networks for sales. Develop efficient and creative sales and marketing strategies for the assigned territory and target setting for the sales team. Collecting customer and market feedback and reporting the same to the organization. Monitoring sales team performance, analyzing sales data, periodical forecasting and reporting to zonal heads. What is brand manager and its role in pharmaceutical industry? The brand manager is typically the person who has marketing responsibilities to develop and execute marketing programs that increase brand identity and awareness for a specific product. The brand manager is responsible for a product's overall image, and they typically control most of the major aspects of the marketing for a product or product line. The brand manager ensures that all marketing activities do not deviate from brand guidelines and reinforces brand equity. The seniority of the brand manager's role varies across companies, from being part of the marketing director's job to being part of a brand team reporting to a senior brand manager. A typical brand manager role includes product line management, sales and marketing strategies, budget management, recommendations on packaging, pricing, positioning and promotion, close interaction with agencies, developing and implementing tactical and strategic marketing plan. Ensure all marketing materials are current and appropriate, as well as effectively communicated.
How are differentiate product and brand? Basis for comparison. Product. Brand. Meaning. A product is an item which is ready for sale in the market. A brand is something which distinguishes a product from other products in the market. What is it? A product is what you need. A brand is what you want. Uniqueness. A product can be easily copied. A brand has a distinguished identity that cannot be copied. Created by manufacturers, customers. Can it be replaced? Yes. No. What they do? A product performs the functions. A brand offers value. Appearance. A product may be tangible or intangible in nature. A brand is intangible. Time horizon. A product can be outdated after some time. Brand remains forever. What are the differences between generic and brand name drugs? When the patent expires, other pharmaceutical companies may apply to the FDA for permission to manufacture and sell a generic version of the original compound. The generic drug manufacturer must prove that their product contains the same active ingredients as the brand name product. They must ensure that their generic drug maintains the same form, liquid, pill, capsule, injectables, topical, concentration, and dosage as the original medication. Generics may include different inactive ingredients such as preservatives or fillers. But there may be differences between brand name and generic drugs. Although the active ingredient must be the same as the original drug, generics may include different inactive ingredients such as preservatives or fillers. Trademark laws prevent generic drugs from looking just like the brand name drug, so the color and size may be different.
Difference between roles of area sales manager and medical representative. Role of medical representative is a salesman who sells companies' products by way of promoting them to doctors and convincing them to prescribe the same. He looks after the sales promotion activities in his territory. He is responsible for achieving business targets of his territory. Role of ASM. He is normally a person who has spent 3 to 4 years as MR and now promoted as supervisor of 4 to 5 MR. His role is to train, guide, coach, motivate, mentor the medical representative to perform their duties. Helping medical representative to solve the problems which they cannot solve because he is more experienced person. His responsibility is to ensure that each MR achieves the targets. What is the role of RSM, Regional Sales Manager? Role of RSM. RSM is normally a person who has working experience as 4 to 5 years as ASM successfully. He is supposed to guide and coach 4 to 5 ASM. Since there will be problems in the field which ASM cannot solve due to having comparatively lesser experience, he needs a person who is more experienced. RSM. The basic role of ASM is to ensure implementation of strategy of company by MR. They play little role in planning and decision-making. RSM. Role of RSM is different from ASM in terms that he is more matured and more experienced person. He has to play vital role in business planning and decision-making, which ASM is supposed to ensure. Implementation.
How comfortable are you with data analysis? Representatives generally only care about one number, their quota. Keeping on top of pipeline and win rate is also important, as these metrics pertain to their quota. It's all quota, all the time. But when a representative is promoted to management, they must produce forecasts and reports that analyze a variety of metrics across the entire team. While a sales manager doesn't need to be a data analysis pro, they do need to have some familiarity with an inclination for crunching numbers and spotting trends. Beware of candidates that express active revulsion for data analysis. What do you think it takes in terms of skills and qualifications to be a successful sales representative in this organization? A large part of a sales manager's job is keeping the team fully staffed with high performers. This question gives the interviewer a peek into the candidate's stance on hiring. The skills and qualifications they deem to be important are those they look for when interviewing for open positions. Do the attributes they value line up with the company's standards? If so, it's a good sign. If not, this could be a red flag. Why do you want to be a sales manager? As mentioned above, sales managers often make less money than sales representatives and perform a drastically different job. Tease out the candidate's motivations behind seeking this promotion. Do they want to be a manager because they crave a larger role within the company as a whole and a chance to influence strategic decisions? Or have they gotten bored with their jobs and management seems like a step up? The latter motivation is a recipe for dissatisfaction and a disengaged sales manager.
Suppose I'm a sales representative who has missed quota 3 months in a row and I'm here for a one-on-one. What would you say during the meeting? Sales managers have to have uncomfortable conversations with their direct reports. Especially if the candidate is a representative on the team that they might be promoted to lead, sales directors must ensure they can maneuver tough situations and deliver bad news in a positive manner. However, a candidate who's overly harsh on their hypothetical stumbling representative is just as bad as one who's too soft. Look for an innate coaching sensibility and a motivational flair. What do you think motivates representatives the most? This is a bit of a trick question, but it's an important one. The best sales managers know that motivation is personal. While money might drive one representative to go the extra mile, another might be inspired by a development opportunity or creative contest. The candidate who can navigate the trick and get to the right answer, in this case, it depends on the representative possesses the motivational ability to lead a sales team to success.
What made you successful as a sales representative? How will your processes inform how you manage your team? Just as successful sales managers understand that every representative is motivated by something different, they also understand that every representative has unique strengths they use to achieve their goals. What's the right way for one salesperson is not likely to be right for the entire team. Be wary of candidates who hint that they plan to force their methods on their direct reports. Instead, look for candidates who want to identify and develop the specific talents of each team member. What do you think makes for a successful representative coaching session? The candidate doesn't have to give a sample agenda of what their one-on-ones would look like. However, it's important that their conception of a coaching session includes actual coaching, not just a dry discussion of the numbers. Listen for responses that include mentions of career development, goals, skill building, and problem solving in addition to data review. What do you like and dislike about the sales process? How comfortable are you with upholding it? Every representative has an opinion about the sales process, and some ignore it entirely. But it's the manager's role to uphold the sales process in the name of organizational consistency and forecasting accuracy. Ensure the candidate is comfortable with taking on the role of sales process police and ask about their strategies for making representatives adhere to the regimen. How comfortable are you with technology? Sales managers also act as CRM sheriffs, ensuring all representatives are using the system properly. CRM aside, sales managers are also involved in the vetting, selection, and deployment of new sales tools. While sales manager candidates don't need to be computer whizzes, some technological savvy is necessary.
What training method is most effective for new representative? It would be nice if a sales manager could do ride-alongs and listen in on each and every call a new representative makes, but this model is impractical at scale. Make sure the candidate acknowledges the importance of a repeatable training process that doesn't center around an informal passing down of knowledge. What do you think it takes to be a good leader? The job's title might be sales manager, but that doesn't mean leadership skills fall by the wayside. Sales managers need to be able to lead through example and inspire others to action. Although this question is last on the list, it's probably the most important of all. What does a good manager need to do within this organization? The goal of this question is twofold. First, you want to find out their management style and goals for their employees. They should touch on metrics for success, staff development, and executive communication. You also want to understand how much research they have done about your company and the sales organization. If they make sweeping statements about attracting more enterprise business when your website clearly states your mission is to help SMBs grow, it's probably a sign this candidate hasn't done their homework. How would you explain what does to a person unfamiliar with what we do? Can this candidate distill complex ideas into simple, easy-to-understand messages? That's what this question will find out. Part of a sales manager's job is to regularly translate executive directives and news to their sales staff in clear, digestible ways. Ensure they can do this concisely and without a patronizing tone before moving forward. Hiring a sales manager is a big step for any company. Don't rush the process. Instead, be clear about the role and the attributes the right hire will possess. Then, don't settle until that right person walks in the door and blows you away. Thank you for going through this course on medical sales representative interview preparation.